Today's an awesome video, but before it begins, there's something you need to know. YouTube has been changing recently, and it now promotes people to like and comment the video rather than watch the whole way through. So a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated if you guys could do that now. And definitely comment below as well. I'll be reading and replying to a bunch of you guys as usual. And finally, press the little bell next to my name to get notifications when I upload a video, since YouTube sometimes doesn't make my videos show up in your subscription feed. Now that I've gotten this update out of the way, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Cartoons sometimes air crazy things, and sometimes those crazy things come true in the future. Could this be some crazy conspiracy? Could the Illuminati be controlling these cartoons and spreading messages to the masses to warn them before the actual events occur? Well, no, that would be incredibly stupid. But many cartoons have coincidentally predicted big or even small moments in history, and today I'm going to be talking about some interesting examples I found from various shows. Keep in mind that all of these are simply coincidences, although once you watch the video it will seem very strange how amazing these predictions of the future are. With all that being said, let's get into some really interesting times that cartoons have predicted the future. We're starting off with a cartoon that has predicted so many things due to its long airtime, The Simpsons. Now, since this show has been on for such a long time, it makes sense that future predictions were correct. Of course, The Simpsons makes statements in old episodes that don't come true, but there have been some crazy times where the future became exactly what they predicted. One of the biggest predictions that you may have heard of was Donald Trump's presidency. In the 2000 episode Bart to the Future, Trump is the current president of the United States and things are not going well for the country. In the episode, the only chance for America's redemption was the victory of presidential candidate Lisa Simpson. Earlier this year, Simpsons writer Dan Greeny said that a Trump presidency 16 years ago just seemed like the logical last step before hitting bottom. It was pitched because it was consistent with the vision of America going insane. It's pretty incredible that The Simpsons managed to predict this perfectly, since Trump is the next president of the United States, and if everything goes as it did in Bart to the Future, then America is about to go through some serious trouble. Now, aside from this big prediction about Trump running for president, there were a few smaller instances of The Simpsons predicting the future. In the 1992 episode Brother, Can You Spare Two Dimes?, Homer's half-brother Herb invented a baby translator to help mothers understand their children. In 2009, a cry translator was released to the world, and in 3 seconds it will apparently tell you the reason for your baby's crying. Another interesting prediction involves technology that would become a reality in the near future. The 1995 episode Lisa's Wedding had a scene where Lisa and Marge talked on phones with video screens on them. This episode was definitely before its time, and it was hard to predict this technology would exist and become really popular in the future. The final Simpsons future prediction I want to mention involves another piece of technology, and it's pretty surprising. They call this device the Newton, and there's a joke involving the keyboard on it.
Take a member on your Newton. Beat up Martin.
When the words change to something that the bully didn't intend, this is definitely predicting the autocorrect feature. One cool fact is that Apple employees revealed that this joke about keyboard functions actually helped motivate them to create the iPhone. It just goes to show how much impact The Simpsons has on the future. Family Guy is another show with an interesting prediction that became correct. In the season 7 episode We Love You, Conrad, there was a joke about Bruce Jenner becoming a woman. Keep in mind that this was in 2009, so there wasn't really any way of truly knowing what would happen 6 years later.
No, Brian. That's what the press would have you believe, but he's not. Bruce Jenner is a woman. An elegant, beautiful Dutch woman.
All right, boys, go get him over there. And now, please welcome Mr. Bruce Jenner.
In 2015, Bruce Jenner became Caitlyn Jenner and shocked the world, which made Family Guy's correct prediction pretty surprising. The Jetsons was a 1962 cartoon, but it was set in 2062. Tons of gadgets have been accurately predicted in this show. One example of this is a robot vacuum, one that just does all the work without you needing to be around it. The Jetsons also predicted that tanning beds and flat-screen TVs would exist. In one of the best SpongeBob episodes of the entire show, SpongeBob and Squidward travel to the future only to discover that everything is Chrome in the future. And in a world where everybody uses Google Chrome now, it's funny how this small joke became a reality. I know that this prediction was completely unintentional and is an extremely big coincidence, but I still thought it's funny and worth mentioning. South Park made some predictions about the future that became true. In the season 12 episode Britney's New Look, everyone was going crazy over Britney Spears, and then eventually they killed her. but at the end of the episode, they say that the target for the next harvest is Miley Cyrus, who was only 15 years old when this episode aired. As we know in the recent years, Miley Cyrus has done some really messed up things, so South Park basically predicted her downfall.
Hannah Montana's Miley Cyrus, though only 15 years old, is already on her way to being a major superstar. Looks like next harvest will be even better.
A small prediction that appeared recently in the show involves the presidential debate. On the September 28th episode, The Damned, Hillary Clinton says that everything Donald Trump is saying is not true and that nobody should believe it. Then, about a week and a half later, the second presidential debate happened live on TV, and Clinton said exactly this. Well, everything you've heard just now from Donald is not true. Overall, it's really interesting how some cartoons can make such accurate predictions about the future. Of course, these are all coincidences, but it's still really interesting to realize how cartoons can be clever enough to know exactly what will happen in the future. Anyway, that's all for this video. Be sure to give a thumbs up and comment below to let me know what you think. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.